Good morning, Pathfinder and Adventure leaders. This is ESO Vernon, Club Ministry Director, Nevada Utah Conference, here for my second fireside discussion. It's a nice morning, so my fireside doesn't have a fire in it right now, but my oldest is over there trying to figure out how to use a bow and a stick to start a fire. So he might have it done before dinner. We'll see. He's trying to start a new way of doing a fire, and he hasn't done that one, so good luck for him. He's right now trying different kinds of string. The different tensions on them apparently affect how the board twists. So, not every string pulls the same way. We're discussing camping skills 1 through 4 this week. I've been asked by a lot of people to address this subject. A lot of my own clubs, my conference, said they're having problems getting it done. And I've been trying to figure out, well, what's their problem getting it done, and asking, well, what parts have they gotten done, which parts are they having problems with, and for a lot of them, it's the whole thing, and that was pretty shocking to me. And I'm not actually going to do the honor step by step here, or the 4 honors. I'm going to talk about the philosophy about how you do these honors. I think that's the bigger problem. I will be doing a video for our conference, though, on each one of them to help them get through because of the coronavirus, and they haven't been able to get out and do any spring campouts. But the real problem here is how they understand camping skills 1 through 4. They look at it as an honor that needs to be done, and what they're trying to do is schedule time to do the honor. And that is not a good way to look at camping skills 1 through 4. Camping skills 1 through 4 is not a sit down, do an honor. It is a barometer. It is a benchmark. It's a milepost of what the kids should have accomplished for that age group that year of scouting. So, if we look at, let's say, camping skills 1, those are our friend class, our first entry level Pathfinders. They're all about 10 years old, maybe 11. And it has a whole list of requirements. I don't see a list of requirements. I see a list of, if I have done a good job over the last year, my kids should have learned X. So, we start right from the beginning. Understand and practice wilderness and camping etiquette regarding preservation of the outdoors. I have never taken kids out and not laid down the rules when it comes to how we're going to respect the campsite, the neighboring campsites, the leaving it better than we found it, respecting the wildlife around us. I mean, that's part of basic setting up and respect of what's going on. And that's not even age specific. That's just me as a good leader taking my kids out camping. But this just tells me that I just got to make sure the friends were there for that discussion. Everybody's going to be there, but it just tells me that starts at the bottom, the very first runs, right? And I look through all of these this way. Things to know when to do lost. Well, that's pretty obvious. You don't want to ever take kids out camping and not explain what to do if they get lost. Because the first chance a kid has to find their way back to camp is their skills. Not you finding them, it's them finding their way back or not getting lost in the first place. Kids are going to get turned around. They're going to go playing hide and seek with their friends in the bushes and hide a little too long and forget which direction camp was in the scrub. This happens. But they need to understand, okay, how do I stop and realize how to get back to camp on my own? That is their first line of defense to getting back. I mean, so taking kids out camping, explaining what to do when they get lost, that's as important as putting bug spray on to keep ticks off. That's as important out west here as explaining what a rattlesnake looks like, how to stay away from it. And those black things with giant tails that look like spiders, you don't touch those things, right? There's some basic things I'm going to talk to the kids before I ever take them out of the church. Or at least when we get to camp, it's going to be, all right, stop, time out, okay, everybody huddle up. We're going to have a basic talk about where we are, what we got going here, and how it's going to be. And that's all this level 1 camping skill stuff tells me is those kids, that age group, that's where we're going to start these discussions. We have discussions about what they should bring on a camp out. We have discussions in here, and of course, we should all, week or two before the camp out, ask the kids, bring to your church what you got. Let's put your kit together. Especially the younger kids, getting that kit together the first time is a challenge. I mean, once you got Voyagers and Guides, it's, hey, grab your kit. They probably have a Pathfinder backpack hanging on the hook behind their door, waiting. They're like, they just make sure it's cleaned out and ready to go each time, and they know what to do about their kit. But the younger kids, you got to walk them through. What do we bring? Why do you bring what you bring? Because if they don't know why they're bringing it, they probably will just forget it and leave it home. Why is very important. How to properly use a knife and a hatchet. They're going to be camping. They're going to be out. Tools are going to be used. What our tools of camping a lot of times are a hatchet and a knife. These are tools that have probably not been used at home. They might use a mallet or a hammer as well out camping. They probably have seen that at home. They probably have a clue what to do with it. But these are new to them, and you got to teach them how to use them properly. And then, of course, you got some other things here which they're going to do on site. Learning how to do the fire and baking bread on a stick, some basic fun activities. But as you see, all these are the basics of taking the kids camping. This isn't a sit-down honor. This is a informational checklist for the leaders to see if I have done a responsible job taking these kids out camping. If these aren't being done, your camp out has a problem. And it's not that you didn't have time to do this honor. It's what are you teaching these children on the camp out? So if you're out camping 2-3 times a year, the first camp out, these should all happen. Second and third are just reminders, reinforcements. They should happen every time. When I do campouts with kids, I do camping skills 1 through 4 every single time. In my mind, I have a running list of all these skills the kids should be learning. And, I've done it enough times, I got it pretty well broken down in my head. If you're newer to this or still struggling with it, make a spreadsheet. Just line it out. It's pretty easy. Copy and paste from the Division Pathfinder Honor website into your spreadsheet. And then divide up your camp stuff on the top. Just, fire time, KP, tent pitching, just all the different times you're doing stuff, dinner. And then look at the skills and just literally cut and paste them into their columns. Color code them for which classes are supposed to be doing them. Rearrange the times a little bit. You pretty much got it right there. And when you look at it, you're okay. When we get there, we got to start a fire. The friends need to know about the fire safety thing. Probably good to remind everybody. We start the fire, we have the talk, right? Voyagers and guides need to be helping with some of the friend stuff. Maybe we have a guide or a voyager if you have one in your club doing the talk. Maybe you have a guy in your church who's the fire guy. You assign him to do that talk, right? The biggest thing you got to do is go down these lists. Camping skills 2. The skills get more technical, right? The kids are older. They should know more. The first one, we got the basics. Now we're going to get a little more stuff on the basics. They're going to learn about the camp stove and lantern. We're going to start taking part in the service. They're going to be a little more into making sure they're doing their hygiene. Pathfinders where your mom might not be with you, but we got to still remind you to wash your face. But how do you wash your face when camping? Some people don't know how to do this. You got to explain it to them, right? We talked about preparing meals and stuff, right? These kids should be right there along with the kitchen crew. One of the things, a lot of these clubs that are camping, and I ask them, well, how do you survive in your campouts if the kids aren't learning anything? Who's cooking? Who's doing the fire? We got a guy doing the fire. We got these ladies from our church that are out here. They're doing all the cooking. It is wonderful. We're eating like kings out here. And I'm thinking, but are the kids learning how to cook and feed you like kings? The point of Pathfinders, the point of any scouting operation, is to impart skills, outdoor skills, to the next generation. Help them appreciate it, do it safely, be confident in it. So anytime you're doing anything for the kids and you're not teaching them how to do it, you're undermining your own club. You're making your job harder. And then it comes to the end of the year and you've done 2 campouts already and you're talking to me saying, we don't got camping skills 1 through 4 done. Can you help us? Can you come to our club? Could you do a video? And I'm thinking, you got 2 campouts in this year. You didn't get any of it done? And sometimes I go through the clubs and they didn't realize they were doing it. I mean, it paints a pretty bad picture. But some of the clubs aren't that bad. Actually, a lot of them aren't that bad. They just don't understand what they're doing. So I'll start talking to them like, hey, when you pitched the tent, did you pitch it for the kids or did the kids pitch it? Well, we actually had the kids pitch it. Like, excellent. Did you shepherd them through it? Did you show them how to pull it out, stake out the bottom, get the bars, however model tent they got going? Did you walk them through it? Oh, yeah, we did. Oh, so you actually did this part on tent pitching then, I guess. Oh, I forgot that was part of the camp. Oh, yeah, it's in here. Did you talk to the kids about why they're putting their tent where they? Oh, yeah, we don't just let them put their tents anywhere. Like, okay. You're actually doing part of it already. What a lot of people don't understand is they think they have to sit down and do an honor. It's what you're doing with the kids while camping. It's a mindset is what making camping skills hard for these leaders. Do you involve your kids in the worship? Oh yeah, we always involve the kids in the worship. So you are getting part of it done. Do you have them camping skills 4? I believe they have to. Is it 4? I think it's 4. Let me look at it. I got the book right here. Why should I have to remember it when I have a book? Yeah. Yeah, they have to do Sabbath activity planning for camping skill 4. Are you having your Rangers planning activity? Oh, yeah, we invited the whole club in it. So you're out doing that part of camping skill 4. Oh, I guess we are. I didn't realize that. They don't realize that this is a checklist of did they run a good camp out, not a to-do list to do an honor. So when you do your camp out, look at all these, break them out, go over your staff. Who in your club is in charge of all the different aspects of the camp out? Are the counselors in charge of helping make sure the kids pitch their tents right? Okay, well, we got lots of different tent stuff in here. Different levels have different tent stuff. Make sure that they got each one. The friends know what they're doing, the companions. If they're multi levels put together, like your small club, you got the boys, the girls. Just go over it all. I always just go over all of it. We show up. I ask them, hey, why are we doing this campsite here? What's this campsite? Why aren't we putting the tent over there? If they can't give me good answers back, because I figure it doesn't matter if I give the answer or they give the answer. I prefer they give me the answer because it means they're numbered from last time or they're thinking it through, which is the best case scenario, right? If they don't come with the answer, I give the answer because I'm there to instruct, right? We go through it step by step by step. Every part of it. My wife usually takes the kitchen. She's the queen of the kitchen. I might be the king of Dutch oven, but my wife tells me what to put in it. She has the kids over there. They're organizing the cooking stuff, what they should be putting out, what they should be, how they should store it, what goes into the Dutch ovens, what order the ingredients go in. Different stuff takes different time to cook. I mean, she's basically running the cooking honor while also doing the camping parts of, their food parts here. And we're pretty much running Dutch oven cooking every camp out. And of course we're usually baking bread too while we're out. I believe, there's so many honors we're tackling parts of. And we come back and go, okay, what all did we get done this weekend? Which kids were present? And I usually have a spreadsheet when I'm the director. I just have a simple spreadsheet. They got some nice databases now, which you can be a member of and do some of this stuff. But I just put my kids, what we wanted to accomplish, who showed up and what they actually got done. And, debrief with the staff. Like, hey, did anybody not get in for... Oh, she showed up late. She missed this. So we got to make sure that Jill next year, or next camp out, sorry, because you should be doing more than one a year, gets in this one. We got to watch that. Okay, that's great. 90% of it you're going to get on the first camp out. Don't sweat if you miss something. If for some reason, there was just no good sticks around for feathering. It was just the most barest, cleanest campsite you ever saw. Maybe you're out in the desert. There just was no feathering. Have you tried feathering sagebrush? Dry greasewood. Greasewood's nasty stuff. It'll rip your hand up and terrible for feathering, right? For some reason, that campsite, no good feathering, right? It's like, okay. Of course, if you've ever burned greasewood, you know that stuff is terrible stuff. Well, you don't need to feather it to start it going, and they call it greasewood for a reason. It's like burning old tires. Sometimes there's just reasons why a camp out didn't get part of it in. And don't worry about it. Your next camp is going to be somewhere different. It's going to facilitate different skills, maybe, different activities, different opportunities. Go with it. And if at the end of the year, your last camp out, and you see you got this big hole, just got to make sure that you address it. Just say, okay, we need to get this piece done here. For some reason, enough of the rest of the stuff worked out for it. So next camp out, this is the mission. Getting this one done. Which means this leader and this leader, you guys need to do that because that's part of your mentoring here. And you're part of this group. They're your age group. They need to have done this. We're not saying anything bad that you missed at the last two camp outs, but focus. Don't forget it this time. And you're done. And it's that simple. So think about your camp outs. Remember, it is not an honor to sit down and do. It's a checklist of, did I do good camp outs with my kids this year? If you got people that are helping you and doing it all for the kids, really work with explaining to them how to teach the kids. Really work on that. That seems to be a bigger problem for more clubs. If you guys are camping, you're having fun, but the kids aren't learning. So make sure everybody knows who and what they're teaching. And, if you have problems with that, feel free to ask me. That's my basic thing on camping skills 1, 2, and 3. It's a philosophy, not an honor. We just happen to give an honor for checking everything off. Sort of like rope tying. I have a YouTube channel now, so feel free to subscribe to it. And as always, any questions or topics you guys want me to tackle, just send me an email or contact me on Facebook. And until next week, this is East Vernon Club Ministry Director of the Nevada, Utah Conference, wishing you luck on all your camp outs.